Hey, what's up, guys? I haven't made a video in a long time, so that's what happens sometimes. All right, so check this out. Just a public service announcement to all you dudes, and I'm talking to dudes, um, is there's no quick fix to any of your problems, right? You got a problem with like overeating, you got a problem with being lazy, you got a problem with uh, impurity, impure images, impure thoughts. You got a problem with whatever it might be. You just got those issues, right? You got a problem with drinking, drugs, video game addictions. I don't know what it is, but insert your problem right there in between those things, or insert your numerous problems there. So here's the thing. Um, there is no super guru out there on the internet or on YouTube. And I know you guys see these programs like, oh, like you can quit this, or oh, like I got delivered from this, like that. That hardly happens anytime. That doesn't happen. It's not meant to happen, also, because here's the thing. Like, maybe some people need that, but I would argue that most people don't need to be delivered from their vice like that. And we can make a longer form video of why that is true and why I know that it's true, and with some of the church fathers and a couple of passages. Anyway, point of the story is anybody selling you this stuff that says like you're going to be delivered from this thing in like 30 days or whatever it is. You could view that like, and I'm not saying like these programs are all bad, but like maybe that starts to break the habit. But it's a grinding process. So get real comfy with that grind, man. And I know you guys don't want to hear that. Like you want to find a quick fix solution. Change my way of thought, like make a vision board, like do this, like go into this program, like do whatever, 30 days hard, blah, 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 like a bunch of nonsense. I got a all immersion program that will help you break your addiction to insert your issue. Bro, that's going to be real tough, man. And and I want you guys, if you're going to do that too, is to know like 100%, like pretty certainly that it's going to be a grinding process. Like the same thing with goes like fix your marriage, fix your relationship, how to get more masculine in like 2 minutes or 30 days or whatever. Like crap. It's a bunch of crap. It starts by a grinding process. Like, and it doesn't come from like this dude on the internet over here, or this dude over here on the internet, or even me. It doesn't start from there. It's like, wake up. It starts from you guys, right? You guys like finding out like that maybe there's no such thing. Like, I don't believe that. The bottom, like, I don't know what your bottom is. Like, and everybody says like you have to hit rock bottom. Like, it's some things you do, but in some things you just need to know that it's gotten so bad and things are so out of control and things are so addicted for you or so like messed up in your life that you start to actually like hate who you are when you do these things. And it doesn't have to be bottom. It just has to be a realization of like, I hate who I am when I drink, when I watch this, when I do this, when I complete these actions, when I'm a selfish prick, like when I do all these things. There doesn't necessarily have to be a bottom. Some guys say, "Oh, that's bottom." Like, no, man. I've seen some people like sink down. Like, they're still trying to find bottom. They can't find bottom. They're still just sinking lower and lower and lower. I've never seen like such degeneracy. And like, I don't know them personally anymore because once you start climbing out of your pit, you leave all those guys there. They kind of stay where they're at, where they try to drag you down. You don't want that, right? So they kind of shed themselves, so to speak. You can't hear their voices anymore. So this, when I make these videos too, guys, it's also been there, done that. Like, how old am I now? I don't know. I'm 45 years old, married, 2 kids. Like, I've been like king degenerate. Been there, done that. Like, the stupidest stuff you can imagine. Like, I've probably done, come out of it. Some of it, you're still coming out of it. But here's the thing. Here's why these programs, they could set you up if you have the right mindset. So expect that you ain't going to be delivered from any of this stuff. Just expect it. Just know, like, hey, I'm not going to be delivered. What I'm doing right now is like changing my mindset or starting to get control over it. A lot of times you could do that at home. Simple way to do that. And this is just for dudes. Start fasting. Just fast. Just fast. Drop meals. Deny yourself stuff. If your coffee's just not hot enough, who cares? Just drink it. Like, start to take on like little tiny self-denials of pleasure, okay? And food, and those things can start to regulate themselves. They're all somehow metaphysically tied together, because when you're denying your core base appetite for food, which is one of the easiest things that you can control as a guy, it helps build strength and virtue that you need to defeat other things like smoking and drinking and video games and addiction and, impure moving pictures and all that stuff and the things that go along with the impure moving pictures. You know what I mean? That starts to break a hold. And you could do that on your own. You don't need like the guru on the internet and sign up for whatever it is per month or subscription to do this, to be freed from this thing. The other thing is start with fasting. Know that even if you do sign up for one of these programs, I don't even suggest that you do, is that you're not going to be delivered. You're just going to be fighting a grind, right? So prepare for that grind. And I'll offer a tiny bit of grinding quote from Vegetarius military books. All right, so check this out. Blah, blah, blah. He's talking about redisciplining the Roman legions to get tough again so they could be like they were back in the day. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. All right. So one of the things you must find, dudes, is, so you're getting the discipline, you're getting the obedience, you're starting to get yourself into some sort of regiment, and that's good. Like, you're training your mind, you're training your body, but here's where the quote comes in. A favorable opportunity must be watched for. And they, the troops, the legions that are coming up training, must first be prepared by frequent skirmishes and slight encounters. Meaning, guys, you want to find, or when they're presented to you, the opportunities for you to gain control over your passions. And that means, and for me especially, it means maybe denying like a little bit of food, right? Or a second helping or a third helping, or, you grab a big handful of French fries. I don't eat French fries hardly ever. You grab a big handful and then like maybe you put the whole handful back. Or maybe you grab the big handful and you let some fall and then you put them on your plate. Like, you start to mess with your own self so you don't get just what you want. So it doesn't feed that pleasure-seeking thing that you got inside of you. Same thing, like, just find like little things that you can do. And I've said this before. Maybe there is a tiny little rock in your sneaker and you're going to go for a run. I don't know. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to go for a walk. Who cares? You're going to work. Doesn't make a difference. Leave it there. Leave it there. Just leave it. Just be uncomfortable. Get happy and okay and not angry about leaving it there, and just take that little suffering. Just do it. It's the smallest thing you could possibly do. Like coffee, right? Maybe you heat up your coffee and it's just, you wish it was like a little bit hotter. Don't make it hotter. Just drink it. Just drink it anyway. Who cares? It doesn't make a difference. But what that does is it messes with your mind. It messes with that little pleasure thing that you got going on. And that helps. Those little skirmishes help you to fight the big battles. Got it? So you want to like look for little things that you can do, little acts of intentional uncomfortability, intentional suffering of your base appetites, like of pleasure, because a lot of times your thing, whatever you got going on, is going to be pleasure seeking behavior, right? That's what you're looking for. Like if you're addicted to the moving pictures, you're addicted to the act that you do while watching the moving pictures, you're addicted to food, video games, whatever. It's a pleasure that you gain from it. So you want to start doing other things to strengthen you. So when that pleasure seeking thing happens, you now have strength. You've denied yourself some things in your base appetites to be able to say, not right now. No. And that makes life a lot easier. So back to what we were talking about. The gurus, maybe they serve their purpose. I don't know. But like all these 30-day, 90-day programs, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Maybe that just jump starts you. Don't expect to be delivered from any of that stuff. Like you could probably lay on the floor of a church, like prostrate, and like you're not going to get delivered. And probably God doesn't want you delivered either. Because guess what? He wants to see you fight against that temptation. He wants to armor you up. He wants to know that like, hey man, you are so weak that like you can't do this. I have to do this for you. And I'm going to make you fight through it every single day. And guess what that's going to do, guys? It's going to make you guys strong, like battle hard strong. Because just like these legions in these books from Vegetarius, look for those favorable opportunities. Make sure you watch for them. Be prepared by frequent skirmishes and slight encounters. So once you get accustomed to the little suffering you invite in your life, then the little tiny encounters that you get of that itch to go watch something you shouldn't watch, or do something you shouldn't do, or drink something you shouldn't drink, or whatever it might be, you'll be able to put those into their right place. So that's the video for today. I'll probably put up some more. And listen, guys, these videos are as much for me as they are for you, as they are for whatever, man. You know what I mean? I'm making these videos because like I've gone through the poop, man. Been there, done that. Like I've crawled through the shittiest tunnels. So I want to share with you guys to help you. Not that you avoid those tunnels, like sometimes, like maybe avoid some stuff that you shouldn't be going through. But if you are going through it, I want to help you guys bear with it and get through it all the way and know that maybe it goes on a very, very long time. And that's cool too, as long as you're making war on it. Because think about it. It's a war. What does a war consist of? A lot of tiny battles all the time, nonstop. Sometimes you win some of those battles, and let's hope you win more than you lose. But you lose some of those battles too along the way. But as long as you keep the discipline and obedience up and keep trucking through, then you'll be all good in the long run. So you like this, whatever, share it, subscribe, sign up for my program. No, I'm just joking, man. Out.